Hello guys, welcome my YouTube channel. So hope you are doing great. So I'm gonna speaking about some usual topics. If you have already listened my previous video, so I have talked about some useful topics that can help you to speak English fluently. So today I'm gonna talk about some useful topics that is really going to be very helpful. So I'm gonna talk about before we start learning something. So what type of problems we usually face when we speak in English? As we all know that is uh, English is our secondary language because we don't know more about the English language, how we can talk with the people, how we can speak in English properly. So because of that, we may have to face the problems. So in that situation, what we can do? Let me talk about to speak English. So let me talk about some useful techniques or tricks, and it may help you to speak in English confidently. So I'm gonna talk about some useful topics, and I believe that it will definitely help you out when you are speaking English. So first things, as far as I observed the things, when I was in my initial time, so whatever the problems I really faced, and that really helped me out to adopt English completely. But I'm still in the learning phase and still learning a lot of words or sentence formation. I always try to explain myself, or I always try to develop myself, and I always try to assess myself what the English I am speaking and whatever the sentence I am speaking in English. I try to explain it more clearly or simple. I always try to keep my sentence clear or simple so that everyone can understand what I wanna speak in English. So that's why I wanna talk about some challenges that I usually face, especially when I was speaking English and when I face the people who are already proficient in their communication skills. So that was really challenging for me because I don't know because we don't know the words or the situation they talk about them, but we don't know how we tackle it. Suppose someone may ask some random questions or some tricky questions that you don't know about them. So how can you stand out till the end of your communication skills? It is really better. If I talk about myself, whenever it just comes to learn something English or when it comes to speak in English, I always try to use a basic words. Basic words, how can play an important role when you are speaking English. It will help you to express your thought clearly, precisely, simple, so that everyone can understand what you wanna express or what you wanna express or speak English completely. If you wanna talk about the peoples, if you wanna talk with the peoples, how they want to interact, how you want to interact with them, and and this practice will help you to explain yourself better. So that is what the things may help you to improve your communication skills. So I always try to learn the new things, and I believe that how much I speak my English communication skills will become better. Always try to speak out loud whenever you get the times. Whenever you get the times, try to take out some times from your busy schedule, because we already know that most of the people are found busy busy or engaged in doing some professional work, corporate work, and most of the people are talking about it, they don't get the times to spend in some specific skills, and because of that, they sometimes feel hesitate when it comes to speaking English. You know, as we already discussed in some previous videos, how is English dominating in every industries or business, or if you are traveling outside. So English can play an important role. English English can make a bridge to your success. If you wanna successful in your business, in your industries or some specific field that you want to build. So this practice will really help you out. If you want to expand your business out of your country, so having the English knowledge will help you to expand your or develop your business or infrastructures. So always try to learn something new, always try to explain the things, and because these things is really help you out to make your communication skills better. So I have been learning English for a long time, or I always keep trying to improve myself. When I am speaking English, so whenever I get stuck, so I always remember these things, why I got stuck, or I try to find out the root problems where it comes from. When you start finding these things, so your communication skills will become better. So, if you are in the learning phase and you don't have to focus on the intermediate or advanced level, if you are directly learning the intermediate or advanced level, it may not help you to enough, because, when you are learning something advanced, directly in advanced way, so that may not enough working, because if you are skipping the basic things, that is fundamental of your concept of learning English or learning something new skills. So we should always make our fundamental concept strong. So always try to learn the new words, how the grammar does work, how you can make the sentence. You should always come the making sentence in a different formation, how you can speak in English in a different way. Everything comes from the words. How much the words knowledge you have, you can express your knowledge variable or different way. But I would like to suggest one thing is that before you do something, we should assess the things. We should think about our mind psychology, how our mind work. If I talk about the things, sometimes people start learning something, but they don't think about their mind, how their mind does work. Sometimes people start learning 10 to 15 words in a day, but they forget everything, because our mind capability doesn't let us learn a lot of words, and because of that, sometimes everything get forgotten by mind. So how can we understand the things, so that whatever the things we are trying to learn, it retain for a long time. So first things, we need to understand the psychology of mind. If you are able to understand the psychology of mind, how our mind work, and if you want to retain something for a long time, or if you want your mind to memorize something for a long day, so we just need to understand the things, how it will be work perfectly. So whenever you get up in the morning, first thing you have to learn, or you have to memorize the things that you have learned earlier. When you get up in the morning, always try to express in English whatever the thoughts is coming into your way, try to express it, or try to speak out loudly, whether you are going somewhere, whether you are strolling on the roof, or whether you are walking the park. When you get up in the morning, try to recall the every situation, or all the memories that you have done in previous times, because this practice may help you to speak English more fluently. Our mind, we need to understand our mind how it does work. So once you are able to understand, so you will see the changes in your mind. You will be learning everything so complete way, and you will see a lot of changes in your life. So, or a lot of words will be coming into your way, how you can understand the things, how you can speak English more precisely, more completely. This practice may help you to learn in English words, how you can express your knowledge in a simple or precise way. So, so I wanna give you some example. If I talk about my previous challenges. When I was learning English, so most of the words, most of the some of the words came to me not pronouncing in a proper way because my mind or mouth was not compatible. When we start learning the targeted language, sometimes might be the problems may face that we are not pronouncing the words in a proper way because we don't know how we pronounce these words, or sometimes we get stuck while we speak in English. Sometimes we always fear about the people's feedback, what they will talk about us. So we don't have to focus on that. Rather, we have to focus on ourselves, how we can improve our communication skills. If you want to stand out in front of the people, so despite having criticism, challenges, or negative feedback, if you are persistent with your goals, so definitely you will get it. You just stick to your goal if you want to achieve something. So if you are doing practice regularly, consistently, more than 30 days, so automatically you will get habitual of learning something new because our mind will be to be concentrated towards the new things. So you can understand that English, or you can speak in English confidently. Every goals you want to achieve, just make sure you stick with them, whether it is a difficult or rocket science. Everything can be done because most of the things is made by the human, so you can also get it properly. So English is just like a language, just a language like our native language. So you don't have to focus on the too much grammars or vocabularies. You just have to focus on the speaking concept, how people speak in English, how the native speakers speak in English. So how they speak in English smoothly. So you have to strong your listen practice. If you are able to understand the native speakers what they are talking in English, it means that you can express your thoughts more precisely. Or try to shadowing practice. Shadowing practice may help you. Whatever the native speaker try to speak, or always try to mimic them, always try to shadow in that, always try to speak what they spoke. So this practice will really help you out, and I believe that that is what the practice will really help you out to improve your communication skills pattern. And I believe that you really enjoyed this video. So I will bring some useful topics or useful videos that may help you to improve your communication skills or expand your vocabulary. How can you motivate yourself to speak English towards speaking English, and so that you can also stand out till the end of your communication skills, whether you are speaking someone, whether you are speaking with the people. So always stand out without facing fear, because if you start facing fear, so most of the problems will remain in your way, and you will be not express your thoughts more precisely. So keep connecting with me, and I will coming with some new videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So till then, take care. Goodbye. Thank you.